Brent Spiner is currently under psychiatric care. Congratulations, Loree Mcbride. As usual, you have a terrible psychological effect on Brent. Brent's traumatized. I'm going to go ahead and read my latest correspondence with Brent Spiner. And actor Gerard Butler, who's also a psychiatrist, has been communicating with me because he's taking care of Brent Spiner right now. Here's something that I wrote to Brent. Brent, I've heard through our brain-to-brain communications that Gerard Butler has done an excellent job counseling you over the trauma of having to deal with all this garbage that Loree is forcing us to deal with, and that is very traumatic for you. So glad he was able to help you. Love, your devoted wife, Gail Chord. And here's Brent's response. My head hurts. Those margaritas from Gerard Butler kicked my ass last night. I'm still at his house. I would like you to be involved with my counseling, so I gave him permission to email you with updates on my progress. You are still my wife, after all. This whole situation is very hard on me. Memories and emotions come at me in waves. I can't be sure exactly when I fell asleep last night. As I drifted in and out of my restless conscious thoughts, I began to dream about the rape vividly. The next thing I know, I'm being awoken by a startling, manly scream from downstairs. I flew out of bed, still naked and damp from the hot tub, my goodness, and practically fell down the stairs in a wreck, thinking the worst. Gerard got a telemarketer asking for him, probably a Jesuit spy trying to gather information. You know how they are. And when they asked if it was his house, he just screamed, "No, this is Sparta," and slammed down the phone. I was briefly angry at his crude boyishness, but rather simply caught myself and breathed a hefty sigh of relief. Let me tell you something. There are more typos than usual in his correspondence with me. Brent is stressed out. Usually when he types me letters, he's got pretty good spelling and he doesn't have so many typos. This guy's really stressed out. Loree Mcbride, you've done a number on him with these YouTube videos you're putting out there. Like I said, you really ought to be ashamed of yourself. So let me go on with what Brent is saying. I couldn't remember what happened in the dream, but I do know it brought back more details about that night with Loree. Those damned drugs. If only I could remember. Gerard says he has some ideas that will help me, but I think we will both wind up needing your help. Thank you for continuing to make YouTube videos on my behalf. I've been getting your MediaFire files, no problem. Do I still get more videos? It's no fun having to see a doctor without getting a lollipop once in a while. Always yours, Brent Spiner. And this is from Gerard Butler. This was dated August the 6th, 2011. Greetings, lass. The doctor is in. It's Gerard. I know you are concerned about Brent Spiner. I asked him kindly if I could have your email address so I could keep you updated on his progress while he's under my care. He's very emotional right now, and it's hard for him to explain what he's going through. Between the sudden psychological shock and the lingering head trauma, which Loree gave to Brent Spiner, by the way, a couple weeks ago, she injured him. I'm just putting that in there. Let's go back to what Gerard says. Between the sudden psychological shock and the lingering head trauma, it looks as though his brain-to-brain abilities are getting jumbled, so be forewarned. He says he can't trust himself talking to you right now. We'll fix him up real good, don't you worry. I have Brent staying at my house where he will be safe from Loree Mcbride for the time being. I threw together some fantastic margaritas, and we're about to go jump in the hot tub. First order of business is to get old Yellow Eyes to relax. Cheers, Gerard Butler, MD. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize it, but this Gerard Butler, who starred in Sparta and 300 and Phantom of the Opera, he's a medical doctor, and he's a psychiatrist. Okay, here's my response to Brent. I've sent you 2 lollipops, 2 videos to your email, August the 7th, 2011. Dearest Brent, I made 2 nude videos for you, one about a half hour long and the other about 4 minutes. I feel the sexual act between a husband and wife is one of the most awesome things on earth, and tried to convey that in these videos. I put a more spiritual and soulish emphasis on these nude videos, as I felt this would help to relax you. I adore you, my darling Brent. Get better soon. What you've been through would put any man into shock. The background music on these videos is from somewhere in time. Very relaxing music. The half-hour-long video is an extra-long love-making session. I did receive the email from Gerard Butler. Tell him I really appreciate all he's done for you. I'm going to include Gerard's email in my online communications transcript at my website. I don't think he'd mind. It's indirectly a part of my communication with you. Love always, your devoted wife, Gail Chord. And then I sent him another one on the same day. My darling husband, assure Gerard that I won't be posting his email address to me on my website. Just his messages to me about your treatment, as I feel this is indirectly a part of my communication with you. Besides, I want the world to know what this horrible woman, Loree, has done to you, as I feel that will help in your recovery. I know a large part of your frustration are all the lies about you and Loree, and so many don't understand how cruel this woman has been to you and how artificial your relationship with her has been over the years. Loree has a very unhealthy effect on you. That's because artificial and sham relationships and putting on performances about your love life as a celebrity is more stressful than the average person realizes. I don't think the average Joe out there has a clue about how stressful it can be for a celebrity to deal with the tabloids and the press when it comes to their love life. That monster Loree Mcbride has used this area where she knows you are very vulnerable to extort you into a public relationship with her. Now she makes good on her threat and exposes all that stuff she promised to leave alone if you'd meet her conditions, and has made this sensitive stuff public, and it's devastated you. This is what has terrified you over the years and how she's maintained her, quote, relationship, unquote, with you. I want the world to see that. So I want to post Gerard's comments to me about your recovery. This world needs an education about what it's like to be a celebrity and to have a forbidden love. All the average person sees when they think celebrity is camera, lights, action, glamour. They have no idea what it's like for a celebrity to deeply love a woman who is the #1 target of the Jesuit order, myself. So I've created my website to give this world a much-needed education. Your sham with Loree must end. The truth needs to go out. All this lying and performances has destroyed your mental health. Authenticity is what will cure you. Artificiality is killing you. Love always, your devoted wife, Gail Chord. Anyways, I just wanted to let the world know that Loree Mcbride has put Brent Spiner into psychological trauma by posting her latest YouTube videos. She's always had a very unhealthy effect on his mental health. She's very bad for him as far as she kills him psychologically. She's trying to kill him physically. She's just a very evil and cruel woman.